and talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PE3 view. Even though it's a review, it's still the PE3 view. Undertaker
Yeah.
Last Ride Part 3 view.
So we just recorded like 2-3 minutes of this, and Tron
5.
wasn't recording. So real quick, let me just go ahead and get this out the way. Brand new Public Enemy #1.
Oh my god.
Papa's in a brand new bag. Papa's got a brand new bag. Oh, y'all just wait.
Oh,
Y'all just wait
y'all ain't seen
until
nothing yet.
y'all just wait until this next episode, because I'm gonna be sitting on pure gold.
Facts.
The undisputed Public Enemy #1. Let's just put that out there right now.
Jericho
Now,
style.
big action. You feel me? First ever. You feel me? I
First
beat Tron and CJ in the first in the same night. Nobody could ever say that they did that.
Oh, you wild.
You feel me?
You
So,
wild.
but like you said, what we're here for, the Undertaker Last Ride. Most recent episode, part 3. So far, part 1 and part 2 showed a really emotional side of the Undertaker, as Tron was expressing to me right before we had to take to this.
Yeah.
But why? So you want more emotional Taker? You want him to just be the old nigga that's hella just emotional, breaking down, crying every time, and all this? That's what you're looking for.
Well, I had never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, yo. And then real quick, he was talking about, Vince is like a father to me, and I'd take a bullet for him. And
Yeah.
And he said something to me, and I don't even know what he said. I couldn't even hear him the first time he had mentioned it, but he said that Vince had said something to him, and he was like, if it had been anybody else, I'd be ready to whoop their ass. But Vince, it was tough love.
Yeah.
And
He said it was whatever. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was like it was something that he needed to hear.
Bro, every time somebody sits down and does one of these interviews, they all cry to say, they always go, I'm saying, man. And
Hey, that's hella funny.
It's the same
That's
every
hella
time.
Yeah, damn near is. It damn near is the same every time. But they've been cool so far. They covered his concussion when the streak ended, and how he don't remember that. They covered the Roman match where he was like, "Damn, I really didn't live up to what I should be," and all of that shit. And then in this episode, they covered his relationships with Triple H and with Shawn Michaels,
Yeah.
and the end of end of an era,
Yeah.
if I could talk, end of an era,
End of an era.
which wasn't really the end of an era,
Nope.
because then they had the last time ever, and they had no real, like, we made it a tag match and we got everybody involved, so you feel me, it's over match.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they did that, and so this episode, it wasn't as emotional as the other 2, but I think that it provided a lot of insight into his mindset
Right.
over like the last decade
Right.
or so.
Hold on real quick.
You know what I mean? Because if you think in WrestleMania 26, it's like you see how they have like the whole how he was mentioning that it was his. That's hella funny. But you see how he was mentioning that it was his idea.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To go from to go from having the matches with Shawn Michaels to having the matches with Triple H.
Right.
And
He was
the one that
there was some clarity there.
Yeah, you feel me? He was getting the gears turning on. You know what? Like, it would only make sense that you would step in and we continue this story.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that story arc over that 4 year span of time, he feels like is his greatest work ever,
Yeah.
and he wants to go out on a high note, which I can understand. But as Triple H mentioned, catch 22, vicious cycle. You know what I mean? Like if you can't perform, like you're gonna want to do it again. But if you do well, you're gonna feel like you can do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Facts. 100%.
this shit was I don't know, man. I liked it. I liked it.
The
Even
one thing,
the shit with John Cena. Go ahead, my bad.
I was gonna say the one thing that threw me off was, well, I just, it's unfortunate, man, because even through all 3 episodes, it seems like all these matches, while us as fans are like, man, that shit was trash. Man, come on, Taker. Man, why Vince keep doing? Come on, Vince. Come on, WWE. Why y'all letting this man Taker? Why you need one more? But it's like we getting to see how he feel on the inside. Like he feels the exact same way. Like these matches are horrible. But
Yeah.
for him, it's just like I can't let that be my last. And another
Right.
interesting thing was how he expressed how he was upset about how short the match him and Cena had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said that he had trained for like at least 30 to 45 minutes, like
What?
to just in case. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, you shouldn't be going that long.
I couldn't
You know what I'm
imagine him
saying?
going 30 to 45 minutes with
I think he
Cena.
just meant like overall, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if he had prepared for 30 to 45 minutes when in retrospect, like from bell to bell or from curtain to curtain rather,
Yeah.
they got like maybe 12 minutes,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah. They could have at least gone at like 25.
I don't even think they should have gone that long. I think that match would have been fine at like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If that. You feel me? Like, yeah, that would have been cool. Like it ain't gotta be too much going on. But yeah, like even the match with Cena, how he said, "Damn, it was like a 3 minutes." You know what I mean? And
Right.
he wasn't satisfied, but it didn't quench his thirst, but it made him thirsty. It made him more.
Right.
It made him want to do it more. It made him want to test his boundaries and test his limits more. And you're seeing the same thing with Edge now. How he was saying when they did the Last Man Standing match at WrestleMania,
Right.
he was doing shit that was just coming to him just to see, okay, can my body sustain this?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how healthy I really am. You feel me? Let's find out.
Right.
You know, and that's what he's doing. You feel me? The Undertaker's doing. You know what I mean? But then you see how they just continue to, like you said, trot him out there and coming up with different ways for him to figure out, okay, is he really healthy? Can he really stand up to the pressure and the pain that he's about to go through? Like you
Yeah.
saw him when he went down to, I don't remember where he went to, Turks and Caicos, he said, and
Yeah.
he had that hip surgery.
Yeah.
So like he's going to extreme lengths
Mm-hmm.
to try to make sure that he's ready for these matches. And he said it outright. Fuck it, I'll say it. I can't handle you and me a full-time schedule anymore.
Yeah.
My body
Exactly.
can't take that. I can't do it.
Yeah. Do you think Vince made this happen? Like, do you, like, for example, how short the match was with Cena? You think Vince did that on purpose because he has intentions on using him just a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna give you to 15 minutes with Cena. I'm gonna give you 3. Since you say you're feeling good, all right, I'm gonna give you 3, and then we gonna wait and save you for such and such later. Because although it was filmed, right, the Boneyard match, which I'm sure they're gonna show. I think he told Ariel Hawani that they're gonna eventually get to that in this whole series. But
Really?
because I think they said they're still editing and even filming, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they're even still filming a little bit of things. And so
They've been filming this for what, like 3 years, I
yeah,
guess? Because you got to think Jim Ross is even in it.
I know. I seen Jim Ross in it today, and I was like, oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Jim Ross,
so it's like,
Jericho was in it.
yeah, that's why and I'm thinking back. I'm like, okay, Jim
Hold on.
Ross, he left. Jim Ross left WWE in maybe what, like 2018, 2017. Maybe it was around the same year that they started filming this, because when was All In? Did
Except
Jim Ross do All In?
Jim Ross did not. Did he? I
I
can't
don't remember
remember.
if he did All In or not.
I
Can't
can't
remember if
remember.
Jim Ross did All In or not. Damn.
He might. He might have.
Or was his first show with them Double or Nothing?
I think it was Double or Nothing. Yeah, he didn't
That
do
might have
All
been
In.
his first show.
He didn't do All
Who
In.
did All In?
Fucking. Hold on.
The Ian dude from ROH.
He did All In.
I think he did All In. I'm trying to think, because I'm like, when did? Hey, we should make that into some merch. That's hella funny. I just saw that.
Oh,
But
okay. So the All In broadcast team was. Oh shit. Who the fuck were they?
who was it?
Who was the broadcast team though? Hold on.
Nah, this nigga don't know, man. Fuck all
Was
that, man.
Don Callis Excalibur? Was Don Callis a part of the All In?
I guess so. I guess so. I don't see why he wouldn't have been.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so Ian Cuz from ROH wasn't there, but whatever.
Oh, I think he was. Yeah, he was. He was there.
He
Ian.
was there.
I just
Okay.
seen his name. He was part of the team. I just seen his name
Okay.
on there. Yep.
All right. So whatever. But in retrospect, I'm just thinking of when Jim Ross left WWE, in regards to when they filmed
Mm-hmm.
this documentary. You feel me? Like, was he already gone from WWE and just decided to do the documentary just as a commission? You
Mm-hmm.
feel me, or whatever? Or
Right.
was he still with the company when he filmed these parts?
He
That's what I was trying to think of.
right.
But
He probably was still with the
but
company. Because
probably
he
so.
was. In fact, he actually said that right after he had left. He said that he had a lot of he was filming a lot of Undertaker content right before he left. I remember him saying that in an interview he did after he had left the company.
Okay.
So I think it was when he was with the company. But yeah, they've been filming this shit for a long time. I can't tell when or where some of these spots are. Like when he's sitting down talking. Like obviously in this episode, part 3, it was clear a lot of times, even at Super Showdown, when he was sitting down backstage, it was clearly after the match, right? But
Yeah.
I wasn't very. It's kind of weird. It's just like, oh shit. Well, when is this? He looks pretty good there. Like he looks like he's in shape, ready to go. When was this? And then it's just like, oh shit, he's in bad shape right here. Like he looks horrible.
Right.
Like when he
Yeah.
was in the hospital and he was sitting there and he was talking about how many surgeries he's had and he's showing his fingers and they're all like this and he can't bend them all and I'm like, yo, Taker is banged up. I know this made a lot of Taker fans really, really mad, probably because they probably look at Vince and it's just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, tell this man to go. Like, why are you still using him? You're selfish. Do you think it's selfish for Vince McMahon to continue to let Taker do what he do, or because you seeing in these episodes, how Undertaker, how he feels about it? Like, who do you like? If something happens to Taker, who do you blame? Do you blame Taker, or God forbid, right? But I'm just saying, like, he's in a situation where he could seriously get hurt. And all of them are really, but he's really in a situation because he's not as quick as he used to be. He's not as sharp as he used to be. He's got a lot of
two hip replacements. He's had like 13 surgeries overall or something like that.
Yeah, 13 or 15 or something like that. He's and what did he say about the match in Super Showdown? He said it wasn't even that I was physically there. He said I just wasn't there mentally. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
not? Was
yeah.
it Super Showdown or was it Crown Jewel? I'm not sure. I think it was Crown Jewel.
I think it was the Crown Jewel match.
Crown
it was
Jewel,
the Crown
yeah.
Jewel, the tag match with DX and Brothers of Destruction. Yeah. So they got ready for all of that, and like they did everything that they had to do. Like they knew that the crowd was going to be expecting something really, really big, and they had to deliver, and they just didn't because, like you said, yeah, he just wasn't there mentally, and that's like a really challenging thing because it's like knowing that you can do it physically, that's well and good. You feel me? But if you're not focused,
Right. Right.
like
Shit could go
anything can
wrong.
happen.
Shit could
And
go
and that's
wrong.
and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Shit went wrong. Shit just went left.
I
Like
still, I still crack up. I almost died just like when I was watching earlier. I still crack up when fucking Kane's mask fell off. When Shawn Michaels.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's the same thing I was just thinking. I was just gonna bring that up because I'm like, I know, like to this day, like you still be bugging out on that. Like when that happened, like you were like, people say that like old school, like fucking internet shit, rolling on the floor laughing, nigga. That was you, nigga.
That was for show me.
ROFL, nigga.
Hey,
That was you.
Mikhail said, "What was worse, the tag match or the Goldberg match?"
Ooh. So here's the thing. I haven't seen either one of those matches.
Oh, you haven't? I
I don't
forgot.
watch Crown. I don't watch the Saudi shows.
I forgot. Bro, you.
So I've only seen highlights and clips. So I don't
Shit.
know. I'll let you know what I think after they talk about the Goldberg Saudi episode because I don't know.
They doing that in what, 2 weeks?
What's the next episode
I think
about?
they said the next episode's about the Goldberg.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
but
so I'll let you know what I think about that after you feel me, since I saw this one and the train wreck of how they described, this tag match was. The way that Kane's mask fell off though, I completely understand why the fuck it tickles you so much, nigga.
the shit fell. Shawn Michaels did a moonsault off the top rope and just said, "Fuck it," knowing damn well he didn't need to do that. He said, "Fuck it, man. I'm out of here." He said, "Fuck it." The part in that match when Triple H went over the top rope and he got tangled up and he tore his pec again and it ripped off and all, like it was just bad. And Taker, being Taker of old, I know in a situation like that he would shine the most because I'm the fucking Undertaker. Like, I'm gonna make everybody look good, right? But he can't do that anymore, and so I know that probably tore him up inside, and it bothered him a lot, I'm sure. But what else did they cover in this episode?
They covered the WrestleMania
Mm-hmm.
match with Cena. They covered the
Super Showdown.
matches with Triple H. They
Mm-hmm.
covered the Crown Jewel joint,
Mm-hmm.
and then they talked about the two matches that he had with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
The pressure that they were having because he's like, yo. You have what people regard as like damn near the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the responsibility of having to have Shawn Michaels' last match.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you supposed to do that?
Yeah.
You know, and living up to that. And very interesting to see how the dynamic of his relationship with Shawn Michaels is
Mm-hmm.
versus the dynamic that his relationship with Triple
Triple
H is.
H. Yeah.
Like both of them, he has really good chemistry with inside of the ring, but it's Triple H, surprisingly, who he has more chemistry with outside of the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you
Which.
would think that it would be Shawn Michaels, given that they've been there together longer.
Yeah.
They've worked more high profile matches together, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've worked the more
Yeah.
high profile matches together.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had the casket match, you had the Hell in a Cell match, you
Mm-hmm.
have the fucking WrestleMania 25 and 26.
Yep.
With Triple H, you have WrestleMania 17, which they don't talk about.
At
You
all.
have WrestleMania 27 and WrestleMania 28.
Yep.
And then you have the Super Showdown match and that they're trying to make a thing, but nobody really cares about.
Yep. That
But
was that was the last time ever.
let me ask you a question. What do you think about his clothing and
Oh my god.
the blue lives matter and all of the nine, the all that shit, the
You
the
know,
attire that he's wearing, which is a clear endorsement.
Super clear. Super clear.
Just
Here's the thing about
clear
that.
endorsement. Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. That's probably the only thing about Taker. Remember how I said like I like his showing his emotional side? Like, when they do these things, you really get to know them in some ways, right? And it's just kind of like I don't know if the world, like the wrestling world, the community, I don't know if we're ready to really know who Mark Calloway is. Like we know who Mark Calloway is, but I don't think we really know who Mark Calloway is. Like
Right.
I seen on Twitter the other day, he had said something about WWE being a political. I don't even know what the fuck he
Oh, he
said.
said somebody was like, "Oh, all these T-shirts that Undertaker's wearing on the last ride is
Yeah,
like, I'm not fucking with that." And he was basically like, "Everybody knows WWE is apolitical. It's all about the I don't know what he said. It's all about the money, or it's all about the fans, or whatever. I don't
something.
know." Yeah,
Yeah, that it's
but
it's it's tough to watch sometimes. Like even my wife Cindy, like when we're watching, she can't hold herself back. Like even in front of the kids, fucking hate that shirt. And then my kids are like, "Why? Why?" I'm like,
it's just a
man,
shirt.
it's just. I mean, it's
They
clear as
like
hell.
and they like it's like a blue shirt.
Yeah.
It
Wait,
has
no,
two words on it.
wait, no.
What's
One of
so
them,
bad about the
one
shirt?
one of them goes, "Why you don't like the police?"
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And so I'm like, I'm like, damn, Taker, like,
Damn.
I'm like, damn, Taker. I mean, I get it. And then I'm thinking, okay, he's from Texas, so that's probably why. Like, he's from
That's a big part of it.
he
You're a product of your environment. That's a big
product
part of it.
of your environment,
Yeah.
100%. But outside of that, it's hard because when he was sitting there with Michelle McCool, I'm like, yo, Taker seemed like a normal, dope kind of dude. Like you could kick it with, talk shit, whatever. But then when I see him backstage in these little parts, and he in the camo and the nigga got the blue striped shirt, I'm like, well,
All that shit.
he probably wouldn't like me.
All that shit. Probably not, nigga.
Probably not.
Probably not, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you don't see him interacting with any of the superstars of color other
No.
than Roman.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's a family thing. He fuck with his family tough,
Yeah.
So I think that's just he gonna always that's a good point you brought. I'm glad you brought that up, Graham, because that's really the truth. In all of these clips and all of these moments and all of these, he ain't really wrestled many black people either. I mean, Mark Henry. How many black people has it other than Rock? But even that's a family thing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really wrestled too many.
Well, you guys said that you wanted to know more about the Undertaker. Now
Oh
he's breaking
shit!
character. He's breaking character, and it's not always gonna be pretty.
Oh my god!
You know
Yeah,
what I
see, that's
mean?
the thing. That's the thing. Like it ain't always pretty. You're right about that. But he seems like a
But that's
nice
what
dude.
anybody. That's what anybody
Yeah,
though.
anybody and everybody, all colors, all races, all ethnicity, all background, everything. Oh, Booker T. Macau said Booker T. Okay, he wrestled Booker T. He had moments with Booker T.
He did wrestle Booker T. Cause
Booker T.
he had a match with MVP, right?
Yeah, he had a couple matches with Shelton.
Yeah, a couple matches with MVP.
Shelton. I'm sure he wrestled Shelton.
Yeah, I'm sure he tombstoned the shit out of Shelton once or
Mm-hmm.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Jones said, "What y'all think Taker's last match should be?"
Um, see, here's the thing. He should have had his last match multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
The way they talk
should've-
about 32, like even the way Michelle McCool talks about it and the way Taker talk about it, I think why didn't he just end it there? Like it was over.
Shane?
I'm sorry, not 32. Well, 33 with wasn't it 33 with Roman?
Oh yeah, 33.
33.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just end it there? Like Everybody
because he
was.
wasn't happy with that match.
I
He
know,
didn't
but
do right by Roman, so
all
he was like,
because
I
of
don't
a
want that. I don't want to go. I want to go out on my shield. I don't want to go out looking like a sucker. To where
reverse
you feel me, like,
tombstone.
oh, it wasn't just a tombstone, nigga. Hold on, nigga. You, you want me to pull up the tape, nigga? Exhibit A, definition one.
Definition
Fuck.
one.
That
Yo,
nigga T-Pain, EPIPHANY, Epiphany, definition one.
yo, man, that's sad, bro. It's sad.
It just, um, I think, he should have had his last match. His last match should have been with CM Punk. His last match, you know what's crazy? They talked about his last match was, well, not his last match, but they talked about how they damn near were gonna have Edge beat the streak at
Yeah.
24.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hey, they be padding the stats for Edge, man. I
Yeah.
fuck with the rated R superstar, but
Even Edge
breaking
said, "Are you kidding?"
breaking the streak.
Even Edge was like, "Nah. I'm good. I'm good."
Greatest wrestling match ever.
Yeah.
Like, just padding the stats for my man, but go off.
Yeah. Greatest wrestler.
Yeah, but go off, do your thing. But I thought that they put this together really, really well overall. Like, I don't know what his last match should be. Yeah, so that's where I was. I think it should have been with CM Punk. I think it should have been with Bray Wyatt at 31.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that match sucked too.
Mm-hmm. Sucked
You
bad.
know, that match was trash.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been with Roman at 33. That match was trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's had opportunities to whereas he could have gone out on his shield, putting Roman over.
Yeah.
He should have put Bray over the first time. That's fine. But if not, it should be the Fiend. And the reason why I say that is because that's how you make sure that the Fiend is a mainstay. The Fiend has to do something completely unseen, historic, and something that could never be beaten again.
Right.
That would be Vince McMahon officially stamping the Fiend with saying, we're going to make sure that you're going to be here for a while.
Right.
Other than that, there's a possibility that this runs out of steam and Bray Wyatt gets lost in the shuffle again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta make the Fiend do and have something special that he can hold forever. You know what I mean? The Firefly Funhouse match was dope. It was a cool little twist, interesting concept, way better execution than the House of Horrors match. But that's not gonna be Bray Wyatt's legacy.
Nah.
you gotta give him something that's going to provide him with a legacy. Transitioning from Husky Harris to the fake Waylon Mercy cult leader to this nigga with split personalities.
Yeah.
As that means that you're all just a split personality. It's like the faces of Foley. Now you're getting the faces of the Fiend, the faces of Bray Wyatt. I made a joke the other day. Nobody caught it. I think it deserves a lot of credit. They had a picture of Charlotte after she had defended the NXT title, and she was all smiles. It was like a close up, and it was like Charlotte Flair is something, something, something. And I said, "Wow, the three faces of Flair," but people didn't get it. I guess maybe it went over y'all heads, but it's all right.
Nobody
got it. Yeah, that was one of those tweets where it's like, come on, man. I pulled up from the logo on that one.
And you was quick release.
I pulled up the logo, man. My form was super saucy. The follow through was nice. Like, come on, man. Like,
super quick with it. Oh man,
dog. And I was wide open, man.
Wide open.
Justin couldn't stick the landing.
Hey, Justin Jones says he thinks and
he
wants
Drew
it
to
to
get
be
it?
Drew. Yes.
Ooh. Drew's not a bad choice either. Drew's not a bad option. Drew's not a bad option. But
What
what
about
about
Seth
Seth?
Rollins? Nigga!
What about Seth Rollins?
Ooh.
He's the Messiah. Can the Messiah put down the Phenom?
Oh my God. Talk about cold. That would be so cold. He needs it. Graham, Seth needs it. He needs something that's going to make everybody just. He needs it. And he needs the whole package. I want the whole story. I want Taker to cry. I want him to doubt himself. I want him to come back. He need to have the druids, everything.
Yeah.
Seth,
And on top of that, I want him to be like, I'm gonna do you like I did Sting. I need ruthless Seth Rollins back.
You
I
know
need
what
Bond
happened
Street
the last
Seth
time.
Rollins back.
You know what
Yeah.
happened the last time an icon got in the ring with me.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel me? Not only am I going to beat the Undertaker, I'm going to hurt the Undertaker.
Ooh.
I want him
Yo.
to remind the Undertaker of what he did to Sting.
Mhm.
I want him to remind the Undertaker of what he did to John Cena's nose.
Mhm.
I want him to, bruh. I want him to remind niggas of what when he threatened to stomp Edge and snap his neck.
Yes.
I want all of that.
Yo, that'd be fire, man.
I want all of that. Seth would be the most hated nigga ever. Yes, he would be the most hated nigga. They already don't like him. They already want to throw him away.
Seth's just trying to
feel
get
me?
that bag now, you know?
Yeah, bro.
He trying to get. He said, "Hey, yo, Theory, come here real quick. Let me holler at you."
Yeah. Let me holler at you. Hey, follow this. Follow this.
Yeah, that's all. Nigga, him and Triple H in the back having talks like, nigga, this is what you need to do.
They for sure got to hold off on that until the crowd comes back, though.
Yeah. Damn, when that gonna happen?
Man, I don't know, bro. But I mean, I don't know, but I think those are all good options.
Yeah.
Those are all good options. Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. I think those are all good options. They're all younger. They're all, you feel me, going to be here or have the opportunity and the possibility to be here for a long time. They've all been here for a long time so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got to give him something. Seth's already going to be a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You know, we don't know about Drew.
Mm-hmm. 20 years
Is
from
Drew McIntyre Hall of Famer right now? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. That's a good point.
Is Bray Wyatt a Hall of Famer right now?
Cause like you say, he need that moment. He needs something that's gonna make him, that's gonna put him in that category. He needs something.
We already know Seth is. He's got the heist of the century.
Man.
He has that. You know what I'm saying? He has that.
Yep.
So you can never take that away.
Yep. That's forever. That's forever. Nigga fought Sting.
Yeah. He ended Sting.
How many WWE
He didn't
superstars
fight
could
Sting.
say
He
that?
ended Sting. I ended Sting. He shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Facts.
Sting's one of my favorites. Sting is like top 5 to me, and it's just that sucked to see him go out like that. We should have definitely seen Seth can take credit for that. Mm-hmm. I'm the reason why we never got to see the Sting and the Undertaker match. Man. I made sure of it. It was a personal mission of mine to make sure we never saw that.
You know how many threats he'd get on Twitter?
Oh, man, that'd be
Seth.
great.
Fuck
that'd
you,
be
Seth.
Great.
You son of
Seth
a bitch.
Would be perfect. Seth would be perfect for it. But I think if you want to talk about mythical characters, mm-hmm. it should be Bray. Mm-hmm. From a completely story and heat perspective, mm-hmm. Seth's probably a better option.
Seth is probably, I'm saying athletic-wise, the next thing to Shawn that could possibly bring that out of Taker to make him look like make it look good in the ring.
But that nigga Drew ain't bad.
He not bad. He not bad at all.
That nigga Drew could
But
fuck some shit
Drew,
up in
but
there.
see, Drew is more. I compare Drew to be like more like Roman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In terms
yeah.
of fighting style, stature, everything. And then we already know what Bray can do because they wrestled already. You know what I'm saying? That would
Yeah,
just
that's
be
true.
like you say, for the story, like the mythical characters, all of that stuff.
Right.
Seth, we could get the whole package. We can get the promo, the build, the story, the match. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely seeing Seth, the roles reversed. Maybe Taker crawling to Seth on, you know what I'm saying, telling him to end it. You know what I mean? I could
Oh,
see that. I could see that
oh,
happening.
oh! Take her crawling up, Seth. Like the last shot.
Yep.
You feel me? This all I got left.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
really give it to, and then that is gonna be the world's most beautiful stomp.
Yep.
The crescendo of the crowd is going to be the most beautiful thing because when that 3 count happens,
Uh-huh.
oh man,
Yeah.
nuclear,
Yep.
nuclear, nuclear. Just like Justice said, nuclear.
Yep.
Especially if they were to do it at a Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grand opening, grand close, and get the fuck out of here. It's a
Man,
wrap.
that's
Yeah,
fire. That's fire.
yeah,
And Seth to the top immediately.
yeah. Period. Yeah, definitely.
Seth
Definitely, for
winning the
sure.
Rumble that year again. Seth going to WrestleMania again.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the year and this is fantasy. So this is fantasy land, right? So
Yeah.
that's the year that people get what they want, and Seth wins the Rumble.
Yep.
And instead of saying I want to challenge for a title,
Yep.
no, I want the Undertaker.
Oh man.
That's the year people get what they want,
Yep.
and then boom. See, bro,
Stories.
bro, give us a job.
Man, we can write this shit now.
Or AEW, give us the book and we'll fix all your problems.
That's it. That's all. That's it.
First
That's
step.
all.
Yeah, first step. Get rid of that fucking belt. It's ugly.
Get it out of here. Both of them, that and the women's title.
Yeah.
Get them out.
Hey, yeah, you know what? Where's Medusa when you need her? Like,
Matter of fact, throw the whole division away. We'll hire some people. Throw them out. We won't. Wait, Graham. We only want a couple of people that you guys have.
Yeah. My first step is twofold. Get rid of that fucking TNT title and sign Pineapple Pete to a fucking 5-year deal.
Facts.
And put out a press release.
Man, Chris Jericho was wearing the nigga's shirt.
That's good.
Facts, man.
Yeah, man. But overall, I've enjoyed these 3 episodes of The Last Ride so far.
Yep.
People compared it to The Last Dance, and you know what I'm saying, it's the Undertaker, the wrestling's version of Michael Jordan. That question has come up. What say you?
I'm with that. The streak.
The streak is like the 6 rings.
Streak is like the 6 rings, man. I believe it. Yeah. The streak is definitely like the 6 rings. I mean, damn. And then the way it ended, that's all right there. The way it ended was just like, what?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is his last episode documentary gonna be so cold.
Brock Lesnar's Jerry Cross.
Yo, Lesnar shit gonna be
Vince Jerry Cross, because Vince was the one that made the call for it to end like hours before. He's like, you know what? I think this is it. This is it. This is a wrap.
Taker like,
yeah.
Sure?
Vince is Jerry Cross. Vincent Krause McMahon.
Yeah.
Vincent Krause McMahon. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Oh my god.
Paul Heyman is Phil Jackson.
Yep.
There you go. We figured it out. We're good.
That's crazy.
We're good, man. Yeah, but I think that does it for part 3. we'll see what the reception is like to see if we should do another one of these. I think what we will do is, if we're gonna upload this to YouTube, I'll grab the audio and I'll put it on the podcast feed, and we'll put it out as a bonus for Memorial Day.
Yes, sir.
Boom. PE3. What's PE3? Is it's the extras.
It's the
Yeah.
PE3. Yeah, the extras.
PE3 cap.
PE3
PE3.
cap.
PE3 view. PE3 cap. Ooh, put the PE3 cap on a dad hat.
Ooh,
Oh man, let's go,
my
man.
God.
All right, man.
Oh, shit.
All right, man. All right, man. When should we drop merch? When should we drop merch? SummerSlam. I
SummerSlam.
think people should be back being able to do shit by
It's
then.
official. SummerSlam.
We'll drop the merch we'll drop the merch SummerSlam. Around SummerSlam, we'll drop the merch.
Telling y'all, we got some shit, y'all.
We'll do that.
We got some shit.
We'll do that.
We got some
We'll
shit
do that
for the
shit
niggas.
like that. And then that'll give us time to finalize the first collection, because we got hella shit. But we need to finalize the collection.
Yeah.
Narrow it down to like 5 pieces or something like that.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is we'll get a couple sample pieces out to some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
good look. That's a good look right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in with Conan. Tap in with Chris Bay.
You know, talk to Conan. See if we can get him on the show again. You know what I'm saying?
Straight like that. Yeah. Other than that, man, I think that does it for us today, man. On that shit, on that note, you feel me?
On everything. Hey, Jones, shout out to you. Shout out to Mikhail. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, rocking with us. Make sure y'all follow the show at the Enemies POD on Twitter, Public Enemies Pod on Instagram. Make sure y'all visit publicenemiespodcast.com. We got a new episode out that dropped last week. We got a new episode coming this week. Yes, shout out to the new new Public Enemy #1.
The boyhood dream. The boyhood dream is finally realized. And now I had to knock my camera over.
Oh,
I had to knock my camera over because I'm trying to represent.
Gotta represent
what I am and what I is.
Gotta do what it do.
But
gotta do what it does.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It is what it is, man. Public Enemy #1. I just thought that y'all should see that one more time before we get up out of here.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Peace out, y'all.